Welcome to the Bodhi Academy. My name is Amisha Gulaso and today we are going to continue with our chapter Fractions and Decimals of class 7. So previously in this chapter we saw division of fractions. Then we saw what is the difference between what happens when you divide a whole number by a fraction and when you divide a fraction by a whole number. So that is a complete two different scenarios. So that we understood how to solve such problems, and then lastly we saw division of a fraction by another fraction. Now in today's video, firstly we'll begin with multiplication of decimal numbers. So now Reshma purchased 1.5 kg vegetables at a rate of 8.50 per kg rupees. How much money should she pay? Certainly it would be 8.50 into 1.50. Both 8.50 and 1.50 are decimal numbers. So in this case, see, you can see a decimal over here. So we have come across a situation where we need to know how to multiply now two decimals. So let's begin. So here now see what they have done is they have taken a simple example of 0.1 and 0.1. So now this 0.1 is basically, if you shift this decimal here, you will write as 1.0, that is basically 1, and since you have shifted it once, you will write 10 because with 1 0. So now say you had 0.01. So in this case you will shift a decimal twice, 1 and 2. So you will get again 1.0 and down you will write it as 100. So similarly here now, this 0.1, what they have done is they have converted into fraction. So 0.1 can be written as 1 upon 10 into 1 upon 10. So this is basically 1 upon 10 into 10 is 100. So here the answer is going to be, now see you have two zeros here. So you shift a decimal to the hundreds place, ones and 100. So you will get 0.01. Okay. So then let's now see the pictorial representation of the same fraction. So here see you have one whole box. Okay. This box is then further divided into 10 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So out of these 10 parts, one part of it is shaded. So that represents 1 by 10. So this picture represents the fraction 1 by 10 represents one part out of 10. So this is the one part out of 10 parts. The shaded part in the picture represents 1 upon 10. Okay. So now say you have another example. Say you have here 0.2 into 0.3. So now again firstly you will convert it into fractions and then you directly multiply it. So this will be what? 3 2s are 6 upon this will be 100. So again now you have to shift a decimal. So the decimal is here 1 and 2. So we'll get 0.06. Now let's move ahead. So here see we have the answer 0.06. Now say we have to solve this problem here. It is 2. Okay, we'll solve it here. 2.7 into 4. So now you can either do it directly, that is say you have 2.7 into 4 you have. Okay, you can do it directly like this. So this will be what? 7 4s are 28, 4 2s are 8, 9, 10. So this will be 10.8 because after decimals we have two numbers here. After decimal, sorry, we have only one number here. Then or else you convert it into a fraction first. So 27 upon 10 into 4. 4, 2 2s are 2, 5s are. So you will get what? 27 into 2 if you solve. Again 7 2s are 14, 2 2s are 4, 54. So 54 divided by 5. So this if you solve further you will get a same answer as 10.8. Okay. So next, now see here there is an example. The side of an equilateral triangle is 3.5 cm. Find its parameter. So now when they say equilateral triangle, we know that all its sides are going to be equal. So 3.5, 3.5 and 3.5. So parameter will be basically multiplying all of the sides. So you can simply say that parameter will be 3 into 3.5. So that if you have to solve 3.5, say you have 3.5. So this, if you solve into a fraction, 35 upon 10 into how much you have to do is 3 into 3. Okay. So this also, if you solve the simple way, 3.5 into 3 you have to do. So 5 3s are 15, 3 3s are 9 and 10. So after decimal we have only one number. So 10.5 is the answer. Okay, see here, 10.5 centimeter. So next, say we have a rectangle of length 7.1 and breadth 2.5. So in this case what we'll see is, so area will be what? Length into breadth. So here our length is what? 7.1 into 2.5. So 7.5 into 2.1. So 5, 7, 10, 14 and 15. So 5, 7, 5. So okay, 7 2s are 14, 15. Okay. .1 into 2 point. Okay, sorry, here this is a mistake here. There's a mistake here. It is 7.1 into 2.5. Yes. So this will be 5. This will be 35 to 14. So 5, 7, 7 and 1. So after decimals we have two numbers. So 17.5 is the answer. That is the area of the given rectangle. Now say you have to do multiplication of decimal numbers by 10, 100 and 1000. So in this case, this is very simple to understand. So let's go here. Say you have 5. Okay, this you are dividing by 10, 5 you are dividing by 100 and 5 you are dividing by 1000. Okay, so in this case what is going to happen is, basically now here all our decimals are here at this point. So now we have 1 0 here. So this decimal we are going to shift here. So we'll get 0.5 here. Okay, then in the next case we have 2 zeros here. So this will be shifting twice. So 0.05. And lastly we have 3 zeros, 1, 2 and 3. So we'll get 0.005. So we saw how the shift happens depending on the denominator. So Reshma, observe that 2.3 is equals to 23 upon 10, whereas 2.35 is 235 upon 100. Thus she found that depending on the position of the decimal point, the decimal number can be converted to a fraction with denominator 10 or 100. Now see here, there are some examples. Here 1.76 into 10 is there. So 10 means we'll shift its decimal one step, so we'll get 176. So now like that, let's try and solve these examples. Okay, so we have, this will be what? 2.35 upon 10. So we'll shift its decimal once. So you will get what? 235 upon 235 you will get as the answer over here. So 2.35 into 10 will be 235. Now ahead, let's go. 2.35 is there and we have 100 here. So 1 and twice. So 0.0235. Now here last, 2.35 upon 1000 we have. So 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so this will be what? 0.00235. So similarly you can solve these examples. So it just depends on what is in the denominator and where the decimal is placed. So now let's move ahead to division of a decimal number. Now Savita was preparing a design to decorate her classroom. She needed a few colored paper strips of length 1.9 cm each. She had a strip of colored paper of 9.5 cm. How many pieces of the required length will she get out of this strip? She thought it would be 9.5 upon 1.9 cm. Is she correct? Yes, she is correct. So now both of our numbers are here what? Decimal numbers. So now we need to know how do we divide such kind of decimal numbers. So division by 10, 100 and 1000. So now say here same thing we are doing. See, so now we have 31.5 divided by 10. So basically what they have done is 0.5 is there and you are dividing it by 10. So obviously you will shift this decimal 1 this side. So you will get what? 315 you will get upon. So basically you have shifted this decimal here and then now you have to do it as 10. So into 10. So that will be equal to, you will get 315 upon 100. That is equals to 3.15. So then similarly now another example, say you have 31.5 divided by 100. So in that case first what you do is you shift a decimal 315 you make it and then you will get 10 here. So divided by 10 into what you have is 100. So again 315 upon this will be 1000. So in that case you will get 0.315. Okay. So basically it is like, see, now you have 31.5, you had it divided by 10. So if you shift this decimal here, so a decimal is here and there is 1 0. So you shift it only once. So directly answer will be what? 3.15. So that is what we got here. Then say you have now 31.5 divided by 100. So now in this case what will happen is you will have this decimal will shift twice because we have two zeros. So 1 and 2. So we'll get 0.315. So that is what we got here. So it is on the similar basis what we studied before when we did multiplication. So you have to just know where to shift the decimal. Now see here you have 231.5 divided by 10. So only one decimal is there, so you shift once here. So 23.15. Again see you have 10 here, you shift again here, you will get 23.15. And this again if you shift here, okay, I guess there is a mistake here, this is supposed to be 100. So in that case you will get 0. So if it is 100, we'll shift a decimal twice. So 1 and 2. So we'll get 2.315. And if it is thrice, then 0.2315. Now, let's move ahead and see division of a decimal number by a whole number. So now we learned we know how to divide two decimal numbers. We know how to multiply two decimal numbers. Now we'll see when there is a decimal number and a whole number, how do we do the division part. So let us find 6.4 upon 2. Remember, we also write it as 6.4 divided by 2. So now in this case what they have done is, so firstly they have removed the decimal number. Decimal they have removed. So you can simply shift this here and down you can add 10. So 64 upon 10 they did divided by 2. So now you know if there is a whole number here, you can take the reciprocal. So 64 upon 10 upon into 1 by 2. So this will give you what? This you can even cancel out. So okay, 32 upon 10. So now you know if there's the decimal is here and there's a 10 here, so 1 0, so you shift it here. So answer is 3.2. Okay, so that is what we got here. So now let's try and solve another example. Say you have, so we have here 12.96 divided by 4. So first we remove the decimal. So we write 12.96. So we have shifted it twice. So in the denominator we'll get 100. So because if it is two zeros here, so our decimal will come here 12.96 and we'll get this answer. And then divided by 4. So then we know that we can take out a reciprocal, that is 1296 upon 100 into 1 upon 4. So we'll get 1296. So this you can, okay, maybe we'll cancel it out. In that case it is easier to solve. So 2 2s are 2 6s are, then we have 2 4s are 8 and 2 8s are 16. Again we can cancel, 2 1s are 2 3s are 2 2s are 2 4s are. So you have 3 2 4 upon 100. Now we do simple decimal shift, 2 zeros, so twice we jump and we get 3.24 as the answer. See, we got 3.24. So that is how we do divide a whole number with a fraction. So now here see what they are telling us is to find the average. So now average is, you basically add all the parts and the number of observations. So you have, say you have this 4.2, 3.8 and 7.6, and in total you have 3 observations made. So you have to find the average or the mean also you can say. So you do simply 4.2, 3.8 and 7.6 upon 3. So you will get here 5.2. So that in that case we'll get the answer as 5.2 over here. Now moving ahead, we have division of a decimal number by another decimal number. So now we saw how we can solve whole number and a decimal number. Now we'll see if there are 2 decimal numbers, how do we solve it. So now see, here in this case they have taken 25.5 divided by 5 upon 10. So now again we'll write it as, we'll remove the decimals and we'll write it. Okay, here it is, this is 0.5. So this will be what? 2 5 5. You shifted only once, so it is 10. Divided by what? Once you shift, so 10. Now you know you can take out the reciprocal, 255 divided by 10 into 10 upon 5 will get. So this and this goes off, 5 ones are, 5 fives are and 5 ones are. So answer is going to be 51 here. So now see, there is another example here. They have taken 22.5. So that we can write as 225 upon 10 divided by 1.5 is there, 15 upon 10. You take the reciprocal into 10 upon 15. This and this you cancel. 3s are 5, 4s are 20, 5 5s are, and 3 1s are, 3 1s are, 3 5s are. So answer is 50 over here. Okay. So that is how we solve 2 given divisions. So now say each side of a regular polygon is 2.5 cm in length. The perimeter of the polygon is 12.5 cm. How many sides does the polygon have? So this is simple one. The perimeter of a regular polygon is the sum of the length of all its equal sides. So it is 12.5 5 centimeter they are saying, and each side is what, 2.5. so this, if you have to now remove the decimals over here, it is very simple. So what will happen here is, you can write it as, you have to basically divide this, right? So now here you can write 125 upon 10, and another one is of yours 2.5, that is 25 upon 10. So then you know you can do the reciprocal upon 10 into 10 upon 25. So this and this goes 5s are 2s are 5s are and 5s are. So they are saying that there are 5 sides to the polygon. So that is how you have to solve the rest of the examples. Okay, so in this chapter we saw all the different types of multiplication and divisions. So we started with multiplication of fractions, then we did multiplication of whole number and fraction, and then two fraction multiplication we did. Similarly, we went on to division. We saw division of whole number and fraction, then we saw division of two fractions. Then we also learned what happens on displacing the decimals, then multiplication by tens, hundreds and thousands, that also we saw. And lastly we saw division of whole number by a fraction and a division of two fractions. So that was it for this chapter of fractions and decimals. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Bodhi Academy.